Hi, everybody. Well, we're back, and we've talked in the past about twos, tens, and 14s. So the twos, right? And then the tens, and then the 14s. And of course, there's more to that, but this is plenty right now. And then we introduced ones. Remember, one interval is a semitone. A whole tone is two intervals. One interval is a semitone. A whole tone is two intervals. A minor third is three intervals. A major third is four intervals. And a fourth is five intervals, depending on the direction. Okay? And so that's intervallically we want to start seeing the guitar. I love the way intervals look on the guitar. They just look good. On piano, they look okay. But I really like the way, this is a neat look. Because it just... It's just fun to play tens. Those tens take you so many different places. And when you get someplace, you can stay in the key if you want. If you want to hear the key sound, you can do it. So that's like... Now I'm in the key of G minor. Now I'm in B flat. F. I don't know. Just having fun. So ones are really interesting because if we take ones and we PC, P as in Paul, C as in Chase, that's my last name. PC, if you PC, you get a reflection of the interval. So here is a 1. That's a D and an E flat. And together, those notes, it's pretty harsh. But if you know what the nature is, that these intervals like to resolve to 3, and you can do it by moving the top note up and or the bottom note down. So bottom note down, or the top note up. And you can move them both. And that'll take you to a new tonal center if you want. You move them both. So the interesting thing is that if you PC the 1, and I take this note, put it here, and take this note and put it on top, I get 11. 11. That's much different than this sound. Now, here's the thing. If threes resolve to, if ones like to resolve to threes, what do you think 11s will do? Okay. 11 and 1 equals what? It equals 12. That's an octave. There's 12 ones in an octave. So whatever interval you have, if you want to know what its reflection is, you subtract from 12. So for example, if I subtract 2 from 12, I get a 10. Right? Okay. If I subtract 1 from 12, I get an 11. So intervals are easy. You just have to embrace it. you have to take a little moment. You know, I'm assuming a lot of you are very young out there, and if you are, you have a few weeks to really try this stuff out and see if you get benefit. I'm positive you will. So ones go to 11s. And here's the interesting thing. 11s like to resolve to 9s. 1s resolve to 3s. 11s resolve to 9. 9 and 3 is 12. 11 and 1 is 12. The resolutions add up to 12. And that's why it sounds good. That's just 11s moving around. Those aren't chords. Those are just the intervals. And the idea is if you hear intervals and you know what their nature is, you can start to speak music. Like a language. You learn a language, you learn the vocabulary, you'll learn a little bit of the grammar, and you do this, and then you speak with somebody and they talk so fast you don't understand. You can maybe hear a word or two, and then you can kind of get the idea, and then you make a response, but you're not sure you're in the right tense, because, if it's Spanish or French, there's 14 tenses, and you have to memorize all that, and it takes a while for you just to be able to speak. Well, the same thing with intervals is it takes a while before you can speak it. But, can you speak interval? I can say, well, I speak diatonic. Oh, I know that, I know the 1, 4, 5 chords. I could speak a little diatonic. But I don't know. The thing is, it's just intervals. Then all you have to do is try to make it musical by giving the listener something that they can recognize. And you want to give it to them more than once. I'm speaking as a composer now, a guitarist composer. You want to give people, the famous Frank Herrlinger. You're going to hear about this young man for the rest of your musical life. But Frank Herrlinger always says, make the statement 3 times. It's part of sales. I don't want to become a sales instructor here, but if you're playing a beautiful theme and you play it enough times, you're gonna really have it stick in people's heads. And the way you play beautiful themes is you understand how intervals work. Like if you listen to John Williams, he has big intervals and then little ones that connect them. So he'll have all right, so that's a big interval. A little one, big one, little ones. So he's got a big one, a little connecting, big one, and a bunch of little ones, which are melodic. Melody. You can use intervallic thinking and diatonic thinking together and become a monster composer who plays the guitar, or a monster guitar player that composes, or both. You could be both. There's no limit. There's a lot of genius out there. That's it for today. I hope you learned something. You can go to Music Interval Theory Academy, and it would really be great if you go to Music Interval Theory Academy. It's .academy instead of .com. So musicintervaltheory.academy. and then put a backsplash and go to our virtual creative campus. And it's open to the public. The campus is open to the public, and there's tons of great people there, and you're going to learn a lot. And it's going to be free. It's going to be free. Okay? All right. Have a great life. See you soon.